All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Washington Commanders in today's video. Yesterday, we talked about day one of training camp, pretty light, smooth day for them. We're going to be talking about them today as well, but we're going to use what we saw, the observations that we saw from today's practice, and just kind of translate it to, regular season football and the Commanders season ahead of them. Shout out to every reporter who has been providing these videos, covering the team, the journalists, the beat writers. We got all that credit there. So thank you guys for tuning in here. I'm loving what I'm hearing. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Jaden Daniels. Marcus Mariota getting a lot of work as well. I know it's technically up in the air, and they'll have it technically up in the air for probably up until week one. Guys, there's no shot Jaden Daniels isn't the week one starter. I know I said this yesterday. A lot of you guys disagree. There's no way he's not the day one starter. Look at this dude's aura. That's not why he should start, not just because of the aura, but his footwork, his release. I'm telling you, he's going to get better every single day. It's going to be noticeable, especially to these coaches. And once he steps out onto the field in preseason and he does his thing, all of the speculation on who's starting day one will be immediately put to rest. All right. One thing I love that I heard today is that they want to run the football more this upcoming season. I actually think Austin Ekeler gets flamed and made fun of on social media for no reason. We're going to talk everything Commanders in today's video. Welcome back. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. We're going to be covering the Commanders training camp every single day. So if we could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So Sam caused me on running more. It keeps the defense true. I don't know what the percentage was last year. I think we were last for run attempts and one of the highest in pass attempts. You saw that got us. It's just like, so first off, the rushing statistics were very poor last season, and I get it that the Commanders were a huge team in sacks allowed, obviously like historical. They threw the ball way too much, right? We all know this. Washington threw the ball way too much. Sam Howell really got shafted because the game plan was pretty much to throw the freaking football. When these guys are pass protecting, like your offensive line, the more I've looked into it, yeah, there were holes, there were flaws with the offensive line, but you've got a new center, you've got a new left guard. I think when you're passing all game, every single game, your offensive line is going to be gassed. They're going to be gassed. So it's no surprise to me that Washington was such a horrible rushing team last year. It's no surprise to me that Brian Robinson Jr. had 178 attempts, but he only had 733 yards. He only averaged 4.1 yards per carry. Now, that was actually technically an improvement from his rookie season 2 years ago. But Brian Robinson Jr., and we also saw huge progressions in the receiving game. Last year, 36 catches, 368 yards, averaging over 10 yards per catch, 4 touchdowns. Brian Robinson Jr. is going to be a huge winner with the pickup of Austin Ekeler and the revamped offensive line. And I want to talk about Austin Ekeler for a second because, Jaden Daniels, if he starts, or I should just start saying when he starts in week one, he's going to rely on Zach Ertz, right? He's going to rely on Scary Terry. He's going to rely on the running game a lot because, you're a rookie and obviously the running game is extremely important, as Sam was just saying. But Austin Ekeler gets ragged on so much. Austin Ekeler was a little bit banged up last season, so we saw his worst rushing year since 2020, not even that freaking long ago. Austin Ekeler, guys, isn't even 30 years old. I don't need to tell Commanders fans this. He's not even 30 years old. He just had a bad year. 2 years ago, Austin Ekeler played every single game for the Los Angeles Chargers. He rushed for 915 yards, 13 touchdowns, but he also contributes greatly in the air. He had 722 receiving yards, 5 touchdowns, and 107 total catches. 107 total catches. So he had over 1,600 yards from scrimmage. This is 2 years ago, Austin Ekeler. And I think just because, the running backs, their career duration's a little bit shorter. It's much shorter than a lot of other positions in the NFL. But Austin Ekeler is a huge target in the receiving game. He's a great red zone guy, phenomenal red zone player, whether he's catching, blocking, or running to help out Jaden Daniels and this young offense. Like, he's literally perfect. Zach Ertz, literally a perfect red zone target, guys. You need to win in the red zone, and rookie quarterbacks always struggle out of the gate in the red zone. So that's why you went out. That's why Adam Peters went out there, picked up Austin Ekeler, picked up Zach Ertz. Red zone targets, name of the game for rookie QBs. All right. So I have no concerns with the run game. I have no concerns with the offensive line. One thing I'm really liking right now is and I know pads aren't on. I get that it's just practice, but Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin and Luke McCaffrey, I keep seeing their names. I keep seeing Luke McCaffrey's names. Now, keep in mind, Marcus Mariota's throwing a lot of these footballs. Jay Daniels throwing a lot of these footballs. But I just like Terry McLaurin's work ethic. He said he wants more yards after catch, so you can see this in the practice. You can see this in the film. Jahan Dotson's a really interesting player because his rookie season was so promising. He only played in 12 games. He started in 10 of them, 35 catches, 523 yards, 7 touchdowns, and he averaged 15 yards per catch. But then when we go back to last year where they were airing it out even more, 49 catches, 83 targets, but he had less receiving yards and he played every freaking football game. He averaged 10.6 yards per catch and only 4 touchdowns. So we know this is a make or break type of season for former first round pick Jahan Dotson. Health, not a concern for me heading into this season. I just need him to continue to build up this confidence, build up this morale, keep learning from Scary, keep that communication, build that trust up with Jaden Daniels, because Jahan Dotson's going to be a huge, all the focus is on Terry McLaurin. They're double teaming Terry. Jahan Dotson and Luke McCaffrey, Austin Ekeler, Zach Ertz, Ben, these guys are going to have plenty, Brian Robinson, these guys are going to have plenty of opportunities to move the ball. And I just think Jahan Dotson is an integral piece of this offense, because I hate that I even say this, and I'm saying this in like every Commanders video I'm making. I'm worried about your depth chart at the wide receiver position, because if Terry McLaurin goes down for a month and Jahan Dotson is last year's Jahan Dotson, and we're relying on running backs and Zach Ertz and freaking a rookie wide receiver and Luke McCaffrey to keep it going, it just worries me a little bit. I don't think they're going to make a move. I hope they make a move. I hope they trade for freaking Brandon Ayuk. Wouldn't shock me in the slightest if Brandon Ayuk's traded before game 1. I made a whole video on denying rumors. And when you deny a rumor, I think that just kind of means it's going to happen. But neither here nor there. Jahan Dotson's going to be very integral, very huge, regardless of what happens with the offense, for that being said. But I do like that I keep seeing positive comments about Jahan, positive comments about Terry, Luke McCaffrey. We keep hearing good things about Jaden Daniels. The footwork looks good. The accuracy looks good. He looks ready to go. But once again, it's just practice, day 2 of practice. Pads aren't even on. So we'll wait and see. But I'm feeling very good about the Washington Commanders being a 10-win team this upcoming season, as you guys know. So hit that like button, hit that sub button for me for daily NFL/Commanders videos right now. But guys, most importantly, let me know down below, which player are you most excited about in the wide receiver room for the Commanders? Let me know. We'll see you next time. Peace. Tomorrow. Peace.